So yeah, I keep talking about this, but maybe 2 or 3 more videos and I'm done with it. But the death cult, you can see it so obvious. It's not even funny. Like like these restaurants, the grease that they use, it's killing people. It's killing people. Why do people like horror movies? The horror movies. Why is that even a thing? That's a big thing. That's big business. I used to work with somebody. She loved horror movies. She said, "I love horror." I said, "Why?" She's. I don't know. She didn't speak English too good. She spoke Spanish. I said, "Why?" She said it in broken English, but she said because she said something to the fact that it makes her feel alive because it's shock. It's like makes you feel like you're alive or something. I was like, what? Can't you be alive without that? I didn't even understand that and I still don't, except for the fact that I realize it's a death cult and they need something to make them feel alive, I thought about that for many years. Kind of blows my mind still, though. But one reason you can see that it's a death cult is all these emblems, vision works, Wells Fargo's. Now you know it's a death cult when you deal with. Why is Wells Fargo still in business? Every 2 or 3 years they do something totally bizarre. Remember they were signing people up for checking accounts that didn't exist. And then before that, they did something crazy. And then after that, they did something crazy. It's like, why are they even in business still? Because they're nothing but lies. A death cult, what would a death cult do? Steal, kill, and destroy. Lie. Defame. Dismember. Disfigure. Like the horror shows, they worship death. I mean, they worship time. One way you know you're in a death cult is because people can't wake up to the fact that. I mean, remember when they had all the fightings over like Popeye's chicken? The people were actually fighting over a chicken sandwich in the restaurant. Wanted to get their chicken sandwich. That was insane. And people forget stuff like that. So the water, the air, they want to poison the water, the air, the medical, the pharmacies, and all that stuff. They want to, instead of living off the land, something natural that will heal you. Garlic and onions will cure a lot of your stuff. Believe it. Study it. Cut the garlic up into little pieces and let it sit for 10 minutes. Cut the onions up in little pieces, let it sit for 10 minutes. Then put it in your soup or whatever and eat it for 21 days. And you'll probably be healed of whatever you're dealing with. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying, think about it. Study the chemical allicin. ALLICIN. Sin. Notice it says the word sin, just like neomycin. Anything with the word sin in it is fighting against sin in your body, the death. But you see a lot of people, they go to these doctors and worship a doctor instead of going to God and going to study how to be healed from the land. They go to these doctors and the doctors don't know how to heal them. Your human body is a better doctor than any doctor if you give it the right nutrients. The horror shows, the dismembering, the disfiguring, the worship of these idols. They put these symbols. Look, all these have a little symbol, right? An icon. It's idolatry, an idol. And you might well say, well, how do you know what it is without a symbol? I understand that there's a logo, but people end up worshiping logos. You know, they'll go to the store and they'll say, I gotta have a Izod t-shirt. Or I gotta have a, I don't even know the name. I don't even know the names of them. They gotta have this brand t-shirt, this brand product. And it's like, they worship the natural plane. They worship the creations of the Creator. And the creation is pretty much the second law of thermodynamics. Jesus is eternal. God is eternal. Holy Spirit is eternal. God's Word is eternal. So if God's Word is eternal and this is temporary and they worship this place, it's a death cult. Do you understand? They worship death. So let's look at this. So they worship this Colosseum here too. They worship the activities in this Colosseum. Last night it was sold out, but a country singer. I should have drove, but I didn't. But notice on her jerseys, 23, 33, and 24. 33 is Amos 3:3. 23 is BC, body of Christ. Jesus went to cross 33. 24 is the letter X. XYZ. 24. I just showed you on that sign. It's preaching Jesus, but they worship it's right in your face. They worship the teams. But you saw on their jerseys, 24, 33, 23. 24 is the cross, 33 is Jesus, body of Christ is BC 23. It's right there. But people worship this place. And when you get tired of this place, see, they created a matrix. I mean, and it's so funny that the matrix, it doesn't matter which city you go in. Let me show you this. I want to show it to you. I want you to see it. Let's see if you can see it from here. What I'm getting ready to say after this, after I show you this, is very important. I don't even know if I know how to word it, but I'll try. But this, bear with me. You got to hear what I'm going to say next. But you got to bear with me because I want you to see their jerseys that is preaching Jesus on the cross and the body of Christ. The number 24 is X, the cross. (24, 33, 23). And right there in front of that is a one-way sign. Jesus is the way. So they're preaching Jesus right there on that screen. And notice right below it, the cross members here. So the cross is being preached. That tree is true, faithful faith. One way. 24 is the cross. 33 is Jesus bringing everybody into unity, back to God. Amos 3:3. 23 is BC, body of Christ. And so it's being preached here. But I want you to think about what I'm saying here to say. They give you these distractions. Coliseum events. Basketball, football, hockey, whatever. They give you somewhere to go swimming right there. They give you this restaurant. They give you all these, they give you distractions. So in other words, you got all these boundaries, all right? So let's say this is a city that you're stuck in, right? This is you just walking around in the city, that little speck there. And so you're stuck in this city, and what do they give you? A job, a grocery store, an event center, place to go shopping, you go to work here and you spend your money here, and you're stuck in this little circle, this little boundary. Could be a square city or whatever, but you're stuck in this city, and it's a matrix. And your whole life you're stuck in this city. You might travel to another city, but it's still just a little bubble. So you're stuck, and you have all these boundaries to keep the price of gas, your health. You're stuck in this city, or you're stuck in this city. You move to this city, you're stuck in there for a while, and you get settled in and you get stuck. My point is, what is my point? People never wake up. They get so excited with the activities that they don't realize they're like a little rat in a maze. They're like a little rat in a maze. You're going here. I gotta buy this. I gotta do this. I gotta go work here. I gotta get this job. I gotta look at this. And then they give you the radio, and the TV, and the internet, and that puts you in more of a box, and that controls your thoughts even more. It controls your thinking even more, because you're not stepping out, looking at it from the outside in. You're so involved in it that you never look at it from the outside in. So they'll give you a job. Say, okay, come over here and work for us at this little chemical plant. Now, when you're here, we got all these rules, but we're not going to tell you you're breathing those chemicals and it's killing you. And you might not get brown lung, but you might get some other thing, and it's giving you cancer the whole time. But you think you're making $40,000-$50,000 a year doing some pipe repair or whatever, and it's killing you. And you might not even be working out here. You might be working in their office over here, and so breathing certain things, the fluorescent lights, and it's killing you. So you're stuck in this little maze that's a death cult. The chemicals on the copy machine, the printer chemicals, the fluorescent lights, the flicker rate. Some people used to walk into Family Dollar and they just fall out, and they couldn't figure it out because the flicker rate of the lights was giving them, it was like an epileptic seizure. And then they give you a little vehicle. They give you a choice. It's just 4 wheels. They give you a choice. They might give you that. All right, so we got Ford. We got like five major vehicle brands. We'll give you a choice. You can do Ford or Chevrolet or Dodge or Toyota or whatever. And they give you what you think is a choice, but it's still this. It's a matrix. You're like in a jail cell. The other week, I was sitting there. I was thinking, I don't concur. I don't agree with this. I mean, it's a nice place. Don't get me wrong. That's a nice place. But I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to any of this, but it was put here to force you to be a part of it. Some rich people up above pulling the strings said, we're going to build this. If you build it, they will come. We're going to build this. I didn't agree with this. I didn't agree with the building code. I didn't agree with this. It was put here as a maze. And yeah, you can pick certain industries to be good at. You know, I might be a concrete estimator, or I might be a electrical estimator, or plumbing, or I might go into construction. There's a lot of industries, but it's a system. No matter what it is, it's a system that you have to jump into that system. And the system's kind of like being in that city. Once you're in the system, you're stuck in that system. And they don't want you thinking outside the box. So if you were to go out here and find you some land right here on the outskirts and live out there off the land, they would still be watching you. They don't like that. They don't want you being independent. They want you in their little cube. And even if you have a dream to go out here and live off the land, they create so much trouble if they see you breaking free. I know this is a fact. If they see you breaking free, they work you to death. They cause drama. They cause chaos. Because once you're breaking free from their, once you see it, you're free, really. You don't even have to go out there. Because if you can see through it, if you can see your whole life, you've given distractions, job, hospital, health, medical, dental, insurance, different kinds of, you got what, 5 major insurance companies. They might give you 5 major choices, and there's some independents out there, but they have you in a maze. And not only that, you have boundaries based on your health, based on how far you can walk, based on your finances, getting hungry. You have boundaries for your city, for your state, for your country. You can't just travel wherever. The ocean's a boundary. The weather, the rain, the storms, you got to be ready for the storms. And so you have all these boundaries to keep you in a area. Now, part of that's God trying to keep you in a boundary. But then the devil, God uses boundaries and uses authority to fix you. I'm not saying it's totally bad, but I'm trying to show you that the devil has hijacked a lot of this stuff of you being a free man on the land and still have boundaries of God, but they've put you in even a smaller boundary. Your technology, your phone, they've made it to where you have to have a smartphone to almost survive in this place. My point is, why don't people wake up? And so then they spend all their money they spend a lot of money on this country singer. Everywhere he goes, he sells out. They spent a lot of money last night. And so all these little things are just piling up to keep you in a smaller and smaller box. And then they'll make a law or a rule. Well, you got to have your dumpsters be a certain way. You got to have your yard mowed a certain height. They create all these rules, which you can make money off of these rules, don't get me wrong. But it's mainly to keep you stuck in a pattern or a system that they created, and they set these rules. National Electric Code, the Plumbing Code. Like, those people have to follow rules. And don't get me wrong, some rules are good for safety. But deep down, the stuff that the common man doesn't know that's unhealthy, they're not going to enforce that because it would cost too much money. Because if somebody's over there working, breathing those chemicals, they're going to get sick eventually. Just like in West Virginia when they were doing the coal mines, 40, 50 years ago. If the woman's husband died in the coal mine, she had 7 days to get out, She had 7 days to get out of the house. They provided them houses. She either could marry somebody else, or she had 7 days. She had 7 days to either get married or leave. And they put her stuff at the edge of the city and say, get out. Now that's sad. That tells you right there. That was in the United States. That tells you right there. It's a death cult. They were in the coal mines dying. And when the man died, his wife was distraught, and she had to either get married to another man or leave. It's ridiculous. And so people have their certain shoes they wear, their pocketbooks. They worship the image of that particular product. And it's like, it's sad. It's idolatry. So a death cult is idolatry. A death cult is worshiping the creation, which is the snake, which is going down. It's going to be destroyed. It's all going to be renovated. See, I'm not able to explain it too well. But they give you all these dreams and these cartoons, just like that on the side of that truck right there. Rethink possible. Look at all the possibilities. They give you the superheroes. Superman. Wonder Woman. They want you to think that you can be Superman and Wonder Woman in a system that's boundaries. When you're growing up and they show you these basketball stars, these movie stars, and all these people who put on these shows, is to brainwash you to be motivated to overcome, but they got so many boundaries you're not going to overcome. And then God's got boundaries that keeps you in certain area. And so instead of you seeking the truth, they want you so distracted with seeking other things instead of seeking the truth. And so they've lit you to go into idolatry and false worship. And another thing is they want you to put your confidence in something down here long term. So let's say you own this building right here and you were brainwashed from a child. You're going to build up this business and you're going to have everything secure and nothing bad. I'm going to get all my security, nothing bad is going to happen. And then one day a tornado comes up and rips that roof off. And you got to put this roof on, it probably costs. Yeah, they might have insurance, but it's going to be a high deductible problem. But even if they didn't have, let's say they didn't have insurance, it might cost them $20,000-$30,000 to fix that roof. My point is, they put some confidence in something down here like it's going to be here forever, whether it's a stock, whether it's a business, whatever it is, a plan they have. But it's not that easy, people. It takes management, and it takes insight and foresight, and it takes blood, sweat, and tears, If they don't maintain that roof, it's going to start leaking in the ceiling. It's going to start molding. Then they're going to lose some, You have to realize that you're being bombarded with lies on the media, lies on the music. You're being bombarded with lies, but you're also being bombarded that they put you in this little circle city, square city, whatever, and they give you this false sense of security to make you think it's heaven on earth because they got their yard mowed here and they got everything looking good. And everywhere you go in your city, like every business, every mall or whatever, they got the outside looking like heaven on earth. But what about the landscaper who's sweating to do that? What about the owner who takes a debt loan he doesn't have enough sales, so he has to take a loan until he's under stress with the debt, You don't see all that. You just see the outward show, So they want this outward show, the facade, in businesses, but that's no different than a painted face of the music, the media, the news, the TV, the nursery rhymes. It's all painted face to make you think that this place is where it's at. But this place is going to be burned up. And so they're giving you false sense of security. And they're giving you fake reality and gaslighting you from a child. From the radio, from the distractions, from the activities, from the restaurants. You go in an entrance, you go into a trance. Every restaurant has a different atmosphere. Why do I have to go in here and eat? Why can't I have a picnic table and eat out here? So they create why can't I go over there and hunt me a squirrel or a rabbit and kill it right over there and cook it up right there? Because that don't look good. You see what I'm saying? That reminds you of where you really are. They don't want you to remember where you are. Do you understand what I'm saying? I almost have more respect for people who live the camper life if they live, at least if they experience and get out. I have more respect for that because they know what it really means to be out there facing reality for what it really is. Because when the storm comes up, they got to close everything up. They got to get ready they got their bicycles on the back right there. They're prepared. They got their backup systems because they know it could just all collapse at any moment. Man-made systems fake, and it could collapse at any moment. But they want you to live in a little heaven on earth delusion is what it comes down to.